Hello there, Marla Hegel here with Windermere Real Estate, Stanwood and Camano Island, back again to tell you about November market insights. Here's what's happening in beautiful Stanwood and Camano Island. Camano Island ended with an average sale price of $803,775. There were 62 active listings at the end of the month, which is more than we've seen in quite some time. There have been 348 homes sold on Camano year to date. Those homes were on the market an average of 20 days and sold at about 1% over the list price. Stanwood's average sale price was $710,694. There were 49 active listings at the end of the month, 387 homes sold year to date. Those also were on the market an average of 20 days and sold for 2% over list price. Of the 348 homes sold on Camano, you can see a very large chunk of those was over 1 million. That's new this year in 2022. If we looked back at 21, that would look much smaller, that piece of the donut. 7.2 below 399, that's going to continue to get smaller as well. 12.4 between 4 and 5, 19.3 between 5 and 6, 24.7 between 6 and 8, and 14.7 between 8 and a million. In Stanwood, the below 399 part of the donut is also very small, with only 4.7% of the sold homes meeting that price criteria, where 11% were between 4 and 5, 21% between 5 and 6, 38.5% between 6 and 8, 12% between 8 and a million, and 12% over a million in Stanwood. Moving on to the average sale price. The average sale price has continued to rise over the last year. It's 14% over what it was last November in Camano and 12% in Stanwood. The 10-year average sale price trend also has risen, started during the pandemic, and those prices are holding for the most part right now as well. Looking at Camano Island, in November there were 18 new listings added compared to 33 last year. We have seen, we'll talk about it in a minute, but the seasonal slowdown that we usually see in December has started early in November this year, and there's a lot of other factors that we'll talk about as well. Pendings down 59% and solds down 50%. But look at the months of inventory. There's almost 5 months of inventory, which is something we haven't seen in years, and it looks like we are reaching a more normalized market, but not quite yet to a buyer's market. In Stanwood, 30 new listings this month of November compared to 44, down 32%. 19 pendings compared to 46, down 59%. And solds 20 compared to 45 last year. That's down 56%. And in Stanwood, there are 2.3 months of inventory, so we're still pretty deep into a seller's market in Stanwood. And this is also the first time in a couple of months that we've seen these so far apart, the months of inventory. Normally, they're pretty similar in Stanwood and Camano Island. Looking at our market share for year-to-date sales, Windermere sold 391 homes on Camano Island, and that looks good, and then 442 transactions in Stanwood. So November 22 in Stanwood and Camano Island was kicked off with an early seasonal holiday slowdown. This seasonal pause, combined with local weather, interest rates, economic news, and a volatile stock and crypto market, made it easier for buyers and sellers to place large decisions on hold. New listings. Camano Island had only 18 new listings hit the market in November, which is a 45% decrease from last year. Stanwood experienced a 32% decline in new listings from last November, with 30 new listings compared to 44 last year. However, on November 30th, our inventory count was up 186% over this same time last year, with 111 active listings in our 2 zip codes. So that's more for buyers to choose from. Pending sales. Stanwood and Camano Island both saw fewer pending sales compared to last year, with 32 sellers accepting offers on their homes compared to 78 last November. So that's down 59%. And there were 36 homes sold in zip codes 98282 and 92 in November, 20 sales on Camano, and 16 sales in Stanwood. This is a 53% year-over-year decrease. Despite the fewer sales, the average sale price still rose by 13% combined, 14% as we saw on Camano and 12% in Stanwood. Note to sellers, you will most likely need to compete with other sellers to gain buyers' attention. There's so much inventory right now. Today's offers may include terms such as an inspection, requests for repairs, seller-paid closing costs, interest rate buy-downs, etc. It is technically still a seller's market, but the market is normalizing. Buyers, December is usually a slower time of year with fewer listings added to the market. The good news is the interest rates are lower than they were a month ago. Talk with your lender about financing options specifically tailored to today's buyer. And just a reminder at Windermere, our reaction to the local market, dedication to our community, and commitment to our trade is why we help our clients buy and sell more real estate than any other company in Stanwood Camano. We're all in for you. Thank you. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you next year.